Hello and welcome to BERYL Elites. I'm Maxine Hoover with the BERYL Consulting Group. So, 5 years from now, where is the real mode in financial AI? Data, models, distribution, or something else? And how is bigdata.com positioning for it?
It's an interesting question, and it's something that, of course, occupies many people's minds, and it's an area where there's a lot of discussion. I think in investing, and especially looking at quant, there's always been some element of edge somewhere, whether that is either in speed, it's in technology, it's in data, it's in the intelligence layer that you apply. And I think a lot of the advantages or sort of the edge also 5 years from now will come in sort of similar buckets, but there will be some commoditization happening in these different layers, right? Massive investments are being made into data across the board, because if we look at the world of AI, I mean, the AI becomes more intelligent if it has more content to work with. And I think we are also as an industry converging towards like having separate retrieval systems in the background, also because we operate in a regulated space, right? So we need to be able to we can't say that a black box made the decision on our behalf, but if we can control what we put into the AI, into our model, then at least we can ground the answers and show regulators, look, we were able to extract this information from this content. So I think data, having good quality data, will continue to be an important part and where edge will come from. And also because you'll see that there will be more and more content that will be produced by AI, right? Content production is becoming cheap. So there will be a lot of the information available that will be generated by AI. And therefore, it also potentially increases the level of noise available. So having access to premium content and controlled content, I think is an important part. And almost saying, knowing what is true, what is the truth, may become harder to get to. And I think that there will be alpha in building systems or being able to control the information flow such that you are fed by the so-called truth. And then when it comes to modeling, of course, right now it's about who moves fast, who gets to learn how to build out these intelligence layers using LLMs, Gen AI, and so on. I mean, that there will be a period of time where there will be significant edge in being there and investing in that space. But if you look at the pure modeling layer, I think these large language models, there will be convergence. They will become commoditized. I mean, I know that that's a big claim. And right now, I mean, we are starting to see that the new models coming out are not as revolutionary as they were earlier in the cycle. But of course, there are strengths and weaknesses when you get to the edges. The edge will also move to the edge of the models in some sense. That how do you handle not sort of the big use cases, but how do you handle the use cases at the edges? And that's where small language models again will become a thing. Not that they're not a thing today. I sort of went out quite strongly about saying 2024 was the year of small language models, but I think it was a little bit too early a call, in the sense that the large language models were moving so quickly that they would outpace any work you can do with the small language model. And you sort of had to upgrade because now you would be beaten by a large language model again. So, but as you start to see convergence and saying the large language model space doesn't move as quickly anymore, then it may be beneficial to start working a little bit more on the edges and try to bring down cost by working with a smaller model that has been fine-tuned for a special use case, and perhaps also being able to move faster and so on, especially when you can say the sponsored use of LLMs start to disappear and some of these big providers need to have a stronger commercial model in place. Then working with smaller models may also be a solution for firms. So I think data layer will continue working perhaps a little bit more at the edge on the modeling side, and then also injecting intelligence into the mix, right? I do think that being able to ask the right questions and stay critical towards outputs will still matter. So for a foreseeable future, now we talked 5 years, I still think that there's room for a human in the mix as well, and that will still keep driving some edge in the market.
Thank you so much, Peter. It's really fascinating to hear all of your insights as AI progresses faster and faster in this world. And thank you to everyone here watching. Thank you for tuning in to BERYL Elites.